What's up, guys? This is Webby, and this is your NXT Cruiserweight Classic review. The first thing I'd like to do is throw a special birthday wish out there to my brother Andrew. He had a birthday today, and I'd just like to throw a special birthday out there. I know he's a fan of this channel, and he tunes in a lot, so I'd like to throw a happy birthday out there to you. And secondly, like to thank everybody who has subscribed to this channel so far. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button, because I got a lot of great content for you and a lot more coming up. So we had a pretty good night tonight for wrestling. Cruiserweight Classic did it again. They haven't had a bad show since its debut. Now, NXT, since I started this channel, I have not bashed NXT. This week, I don't have a lot of good to say about NXT. Now, before you NXT nerds out there start bashing me in the comment section, or you NXT nerds start bashing me on Twitter, because you can follow me at Webby at 2007 Webby. Before you start bashing me, let me explain why. Because I'm sure one of you is going to. NXT tonight was there to showcase and tell you what matches are going to be on NXT Brooklyn 2 this Saturday. They were not going to do anything else tonight. Look at what they did on NXT. They had a 6-woman tag team match. They had Hideo Itami and a jobber match. Other than that, the biggest thing they had, which I am not going to diss and bash, was Samoa Joe and Shinsuke Nakamura in an interview. So, for you NXT nerds and extremists, I should say, so you all don't get offended, please let me explain myself first. Hideo Itami versus Mustafa Ali. Jobber match. Hideo Itami just comes back a few weeks ago. One of their main stars. Mustafa Ali, who was on the Cruiserweight Classic and lost. And now they stick him on NXT. There's no possible way he is beating Hideo Itami. Sure, he gets in there, he has a pretty good match with him, but we all know he's going to lose. He gets hit right in his chops with a knee right to the face. It was a good match, but we all know what the outcome is going to be. After that, we had a special look of Bayley versus Asuka. It was a pretty good look. It's a pretty good promo. And Bayley versus Asuka is going to tear down the roof at the Barclays Center this Saturday. I think it'll be a great match. Asuka, I honestly think, will end up picking up the victory, because I think it's only a matter of time before Bayley makes her actual debut to the main roster not that debut that she made at Battleground. Then we gotta look at all the matches that's going to be at NXT Brooklyn 2. And then William Regal makes a match. Billie Kay versus Amber Moon. And then Liv Morgan, Nikki Glencross, and Carmella faced Daira, Bernetto, Mandy Rose, and Alexa Bliss. And Liv Morgan, Nikki Glencross, and Carmella picked up the victory. And then Samoa Joe and Shinsuke Nakamura had an excellent promo interview. Excellent. Couldn't say anything bad about this. They knocked our socks off in that promo. Absolutely. Samoa Joe talking about how he's been there a year and he is the champ and that he should be the champ. Nakamura, he's talking about how he hasn't been there extremely long and he's excited and proud that he's the #1 contender. Samoa Joe's upset that he is the #1 contender and that there's a lack of respect in the locker room and from William Regal because Nakamura was named the #1 contender and Samoa Joe had to fight and crawl and scratch his way to the top of the mountain, and Nakamura just got thrown in after beating 2 people that Samoa Joe beat twice. And then Nakamura has a calm style, and Samoa Joe has no respect for Shinsuke Nakamura, but he has respect for his ability. And then Nakamura, in a very calm, kind of sarcastic way, says, "I do." Look, and then Samoa Joe just explodes. I mean, "You do? I'm going to beat respect out of you this Sunday." And this explodes up and, throws a chair out from under him and just blows up. And William Regal separates both of them with guards and that. And this match is going to unleash this Saturday at NXT Brooklyn 2. And I can't wait to see it. And that was NXT tonight, which is why I said NXT was not a great show. So for all you NXT extremists, look, all they did pretty much was show us the matches that's going to take place this Saturday, which, is kind of their job, is to show us what is going to take place this Saturday. They advertise the event on Saturday. But still yet, it didn't make for a great show. And if you have a problem with what I'm saying, I don't really care. So if you want to bash me in the comment section, I don't care. Go right ahead. I hope I made some sense, though, that the reason why it wasn't a great show is because, there's only 2 matches, and all they did was really show us the matches that's going to be this Saturday. And the only really big, great segment was the last, 6-7 minutes. So that was NXT tonight. As far as the Cruiserweight Classic, look, they did it again. The announcers, the commentators, they keep on knocking our socks off. Daniel Bryan needs to be a part of the commentary team. If he wasn't the general manager of SmackDown, I would say get rid of David Otunga and put Daniel Bryan in his spot. because he would add so much to the commentary team. First match, Akira Tozawa faced Jack Gallagher. Excuse me for saying that wrong. Jack Gallagher really took it to Tozawa, put him in the Achilles lock, really just put him in submission move after submission move, counter after counter. After all that, Akira finally got out of all these submission moves and did this beautiful deadlift German suplex for the 1-2-3. It was beautiful. And then I wouldn't have asked for an opening starter match better than that. I wouldn't. I wish Jack Gallagher would have advanced, but Tozawa, he advanced, and I'm sure he's got a good future ahead of him in the Cruiserweight Classic. Noam Dar versus Ho Ho Lu. I was very surprised that Ho Ho Lu lost this contest, because I thought Ho Ho Lu would be that kind of underdog type superstar in this contest, in this classic, that kind of would always get beat up and then come out in the end winning. But, he lost in this. But once again, it was one of those matches where the opponent aimed for the leg, and that's what happened in this. Ho Ho Lu was damaged. His leg was damaged, and Noam Dar came up with a victory. And it was a good kind of cooler down match, leading up to Brian Kendrick versus Tony Nese. And this was a classic. By far had me on the edge of my seats. Brian Kendrick, great contest, great match. And he came up with the victory. Tony Nese took it to him at the beginning, smashed his face in with a kick, and was just taking it to him. The Brian Kendrick has that kind of really heel persona right now, raking the eyes and that kind of stuff. He got Tony Nese's hand stuck in the turnbuckle and really taking advantage of that. I kind of like that kind of persona in the Brian Kendrick. He looks a lot better this time around than he did his first time around in WWE. So I really hope that, because I don't think that the Brian Kendrick's going to win this tournament, because I just don't think he's going to win. But I really hope he gets signed and gets to the Cruiserweight division on Raw. I think he'll be a great asset to the Cruiserweight division on Raw. So that is your reviews for tonight. The Brian Kendrick gets the victory. What do you all think? Let me know in your comments below. If you like this video, like it, subscribe. Don't forget to check me right back here tomorrow for your SummerSlam preview and predictions. Until then, this is Webby, and I'll catch you on the other side.